Hello guys, in this lecture we'll discuss electric dipole and the field of an electric dipole. Consider two charges minus q and plus q. These two charges are point charges. They are separated by distance 2a. The midpoint of these two charges is called dipole center. Suppose minus q is placed at A, plus q is placed at B, and dipole center is O. So OA is small a, OB is also small a. So 2a is the dipole length. So what is an electric dipole? An electric dipole is a pair of two equal and opposite point charges separated by a distance 2a. The strength of the electric dipole is measured by a vector quantity called dipole moment. The dipole moment is defined by a vector P equal to magnitude of either charge Q into dipole length vector, that is 2a. 2a is the vector that is directed from minus q to plus q. So P is a vector. It is a vector directed from charge minus q to plus q. The magnitude of P is P equal to Q into 2a, that is 2aq. The SI unit of electric dipole moment is, unit of charge is coulomb, unit of 2a is meter, coulomb meter. Its dimension is dimension of 2a into dimension of charge. Dimension of 2a is L and dimension of charge is AT, or you write that is ATL. This is the dimension. Means what is the total charge of an electric dipole? So total charge, that is minus q plus q, that is equal to 0. Let us discuss the electric field due to a dipole. So let us draw the diagram. This charge is minus q. It is located at A. Another charge is plus q. It is located at the point B, and this is the dipole axis. We take a point P here. Let small r is the distance of field point P from the dipole center O. O is small a, OB is small a. Now electric field at P due to negative charge, that is E minus Q. It can be written as E1 also. E1, that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 magnitude of the charge minus q, mod of minus q, divided by distance of P from A. Suppose it is R1. So R1 square. And if we represent vectorially, then you can write this is vector, this is also vector. and we introduce a unit vector. P cap. P cap is a unit vector along the dipole axis. Electric field at P due to charge minus Q, that is towards minus Q. So we represent the symbol minus P. This is minus P cap because electric field is that is towards minus Q. This is E minus Q vector that is towards left. So we use minus P cap. So this is equal to minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R1 square. What is R1? R1 is the distance of P from charge minus Q. So that is PO plus OA. PO is R and OA is A. So R plus A. This is R plus A square into P cap. Similarly, electric field at P due to plus Q, that is along this direction, that is away from plus Q. So this is E plus Q, that is towards right, that is in the direction of P cap. So E plus Q, it can be also written as E2, that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 mod of Q by, suppose distance of P from plus Q, this is R2. So R2 square, and it is towards right, so we introduce the unit vector P cap. So this is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by, your R2 is OP minus OB, so R minus A. So this is R minus A square into P cap. So this is one equation and this is other equation. Now, so we write P cap is a unit vector along the dipole axis. So net electric field at P due to dipole, that is minus Q and plus Q charges, is given by superposition principle, that is E equal to E plus Q plus E minus Q. So E plus Q is, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R minus A square into P cap, and other is minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R plus A square into P cap. So this is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon 0 into 1 by R minus A square minus 1 by R plus A square into P cap, and this is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon 0 R plus A square minus R minus A square divided by R square minus A square whole square, R minus A into R plus A, R square minus A square whole square into P cap. Now E equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon 0 into 4RA divided by R square minus A square whole square into P cap. At large distances, when the point is large distances from the dipole, R is much greater than A. So we write R square minus A square is approximately equal to R square. So E equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 4 AQR by R to the power 4 into P cap, that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 2 into 2AQ by R cube into P cap, or we can write E equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 2AQ is the magnitude of dipole moment, so 2P by R cube into P cap, where 2AQ is equal to P, the magnitude of dipole moment vector P. So P vector, that is directed from minus Q to plus Q. This is your P vector, and electric field is also directed along the same direction. So we can write E equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, 2 into P cap is P vector. So this is the electric field at an axial point. Here P into P cap is P vector, dipole moment vector. The direction of E vector is along the direction of P vector. Next, electric field at an equatorial point. Charge minus Q is at A, plus Q is at B, midpoint is O. OP is the perpendicular bisector. This is called equatorial line. It is at a distance r from the dipole center O. O is A, OB is A. We have to find electric field at P due to charge minus Q and due to plus Q. Let us join AP and BP. Electric field at P due to charge minus Q is, that is towards minus Q. This is E minus Q, and electric field at P due to charge plus Q, that is outward. It is along BP. This is E plus Q. This angle is theta. This is also theta. Now the resultant field at P due to E minus Q and E plus Q is, that is opposite to the dipole moment vector P. It can be found by using parallelogram law method or component method of addition of vectors. This angle is theta, this is also theta, and this is the resultant magnetic field E. So electric field at P due to charge minus Q is E minus Q, that is equal to E1, and it is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 mod of minus Q divided by R1 square. AP is R1 and PP is R2. This is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R square plus A square. R1 square is, that is R square plus A square. Then electric field due to positive charge is, that is E2 equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 mod of Q divided by R2 square. This is R2 square equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R square plus A square. Now magnitude of these two fields are equal. E plus Q equal to E minus Q. Now resultant field at P is E equal to, that is resultant of E minus Q plus E plus Q. So the resultant can be found by using parallelogram law method or component method. So let us use here component method. This vector is E plus Q. This is E minus Q. This angle is theta and this is also theta. E plus Q can be resolved into two components. The vertical component is E plus Q sin theta. The horizontal component is E plus Q cos theta. Similarly, E minus Q can be resolved into two components. The vertical downward component is E minus Q sin theta, and the horizontal component is E minus Q cos theta. The components normal to the dipole axis, that is E plus Q sin theta and E minus Q sin theta, are equal and opposite, so they cancel each other. The non-vanishing components are E plus Q cos theta and E minus Q cos theta. They are acting along the dipole axis and it is opposite to the direction of dipole moment vector P. So E vector is equal to minus E plus Q cos theta plus E minus Q cos theta into P cap. here we use minus p cap, that means the direction is along this direction towards left. So E plus Q is equal to E minus Q, so minus 2 E plus Q cos theta into p cap. This is equal to minus 2 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r square plus a square into cos theta. Cos theta is a by r1, that means a by r1 means r square plus a square to the power half into p cap. Now E equal to minus 2aq by 4 pi epsilon 0 r square plus a square to the power 3 by 2 into p cap. At large distance, r is much greater than a. So r square plus a square, that is nearly equal to r square. So E equal to minus 2aq by 4 pi epsilon 0, this is r square to the power 3 by 2 into p cap, or E is equal to minus 2aq by 4 pi epsilon 0 r cube into p cap. Now 2aq is the magnitude dipole moment, or E equal to minus p vector by 4 pi epsilon 0 r cube, where 2aq is the p, 2aq equal to p, and p into p cap, that is p vector, dipole moment vector. So this is the electric field at an equatorial point of electric dipole. And here you note that p vector is, that is from minus q to plus q, and electric field at equatorial point, that is opposite to the p vector. This is your E vector and this is your p vector. E is opposite to p vector. E is opposite in direction to p vector. Here you note that at large distances, dipole field falls off as inversely proportional to cube of the distance, but not as 1 by r square. Electric field falls off as 1 by r square, that is for a single point charge, but for dipole it is proportional to 1 by r cube. This is one point. And second point, if we compare E axial by E equatorial for same r, then we found that is 2:1, 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 2p by r cube divided by 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 p by r cube, that is 2:1. This is for same r. Next, we discuss torque on a dipole placed in uniform electric field. Uniform electric field is represented by the parallel straight lines which are equispaced. Consider a permanent dipole of dipole moment p vector. Charge minus q is located at A and charge plus q is located at B. There is a force QE on positive charge plus q, that is in the direction of electric field, and a force minus QE acts on charge minus q, that is opposite in direction to the electric field. The length of the dipole is 2a. This is A and this is A. This is 2a. Now net force on the dipole is 0 since E is uniform. Net force on the dipole is 0. because the minus QE and plus QE, that is equal to 0. But these forces act at different points. These forces act at different points, so they result a torque on the dipole. It tends to rotate the dipole, so the magnitude of the torque tau is equal to, that is product of magnitude of either force is, that is QE, into arm of the couple. That is, arm of the couple means the perpendicular distance between these two forces. So minus QE and this is your plus QE. So this is the line of action of the force plus QE, and this point is equal to C. This is right angle. AC is the perpendicular distance between these two forces, QE and minus QE. So QE into magnitude, QE into perpendicular distance between the two forces, Now this angle is theta, so this angle must be theta. So in triangle, right angle triangle, in right angle triangle ABC, sin theta, that is equal to AC by AB. AC equal to AB sin theta. AB is dipole length is 2a sin theta. So tau equal to QE into 2a sin theta, that is equal to 2a QE sin theta. 2aq is the PE sin theta, where 2aq equal to P is the magnitude of dipole moment. So in vector notation, tau vector, that is equal to P cross E. Now we represent it like this. This is your P vector and this is your E vector, and this angle is theta. Tau, the direction of tau is into the page and perpendicular. It can be given by right hand screw rule, P cross E. So tau, the direction of tau is inward, into the page. Its direction is normal and into the page. The torque acting on the dipole tend to rotate P in the direction of E vector. We try to rotate the P in the direction of E vector, thereby reducing theta. So in such a figure, the rotation is clockwise. This rotation is clockwise. We can represent a torque that gives rise to clockwise rotation by including a minus sign for the magnitude tau equal to PE sin theta. We can use tau equal to minus PE sin theta, because here the rotation is clockwise, theta is reducing. So that is why we use the negative sign. Special cases: when P is along E, when P vector is along E vector, that means this is E vector and dipole is and P vector. So P and E are parallel. So theta equal to 0 degree, sin theta sin 0 degree is equal to 0. So tau equal to PE sin theta. So PE into 0, that is equal to 0. The dipole in this case is in stable equilibrium. stable equilibrium. And second case, when P is opposite to E. Opposite to E means this is your E vector and P vector is along opposite to E vector. Theta equal to 180 degree. So sin theta, that is also 0. Sin 180 degree, that is also 0. And tau equal to 0. Now the dipole will be unstable equilibrium. Unstable equilibrium. And third case, when P vector is perpendicular to E vector, that means E vector is along this direction and this is your P vector. This angle is 90 degree. The torque will be maximum here. So theta equal to 90 degree, sin theta, sin 90 degree is equal to 1. So tau maximum value of tau is PE sin 90 degree, that is equal to PE.